Story time here, guys. So one time when I was in boarding school, I and a classmate of mine decided we were going to ease ourselves that evening. When we left the class, we went past a hostel that was on fire. Firstly, I saw the fire coming out from one part of the hostel, like the window of the hostel, and I wanted to be sure that I wasn't seeing things. And so I asked her, "Is that not fire?" And she was like, "Yes, so that's fire. The hostel is on fire." My first instinct was to sound an alarm, so I shouted and called everywhere, "You fire! The hostel is burning!" When I did that, people started responding, leaving their classes, coming out to see where the fire is coming from. And that's how we started trying to put out the fire. But here are a few things that I noticed from that night. Number one, I don't think a lot of us had the primary education on fire because I can remember that that fire was caused by electricity. But guess what? A lot of us were trying to put out the fire with water. There was even somebody who said, "Oh, I think we should add soap to the water because it's electricity." This person knew that you couldn't use ordinary water to put out fire, but I'm not sure where the person got the idea that if you added soap to ordinary water, it was going to put out the fire. I don't know where we got the idea from, but because everything we were doing showed that we had little or no idea on how to put out a fire caused by electricity. Thankfully, that night the power source was disconnected, and so it was easier to put out the fire. And as I like to say, family makes up the society. You and I come from different families, and I feel like there are certain topics we should talk about at home. So let's say there's a fire outbreak. What is the first thing that should come to your heart? Number one, you want to ensure that you sound an alarm. Do not ever try to put out a fire alone, except in cases when you are just the only one available. Try to sound an alarm, call for help, because when two or more people are trying to put out a fire together, it's easier than when it's just one person. Two, you want to ensure that the power source in charge of that fire is disconnected. This will help you fight the fire quickly. You do not want all your effort to be in vain. Three, do not, I repeat, do not use water. Remember, water conducts electricity, and you as the firefighter has to be fully guarded because, of course, you can be electrocuted in the process. Four, you also want to make sure that you are using the right material. When I mean the right material, I mean you're using sand or you are using fire extinguisher. Talking of fire extinguisher, I think this is a call for all of us to buy fire extinguishers in our house if we do not have one already. And if you have one already, would you like to check the expiry date? Because some people are still having extinguishers that have expired in 2023 in their houses, and they are proud that they have extinguishers at home. Another material that could really help put out the fire is the blankets. And if you know that you are not a good firefighter, please get out the way. Get out the way. Because what happened to me was that I inhaled a lot of smoke. I didn't even think it was anything. So when they were rushing others to the hospital, they told me to join the bandwagon to the hospital. And for the first time in my life, I was